let's say the hospital bills came out to 100,000 during negotiations, do they usually get reduced to below half of that amount? Well, it depends on what the settlement is, right? How much the settlement is. And it depends on, there's not really any usual with negotiations, right? It's like saying, do cases usually settle for $1,000,000? Well, no, right? If you have a small case, like if you break your nail, it's going to settle for like, maybe $100 or $1,000. If you have a serious injury, then that commands serious money. It's the same thing with that. Like it depends on who's doing the negotiating and how, how good they are and all these kinds of things. But I mean, sure, if the settlement bills came out to 100,000 and then you have a good lien person that knows how to reduce liens and negotiate liens, it could be reduced significantly. So it won't be 100,000. It might be, like 50, might be 40, but there's not really any normal that I could say that goes for all cases. It also depends on the provider, right? Some doctors are more willing. Like, for example, if the case settles for only 200,000, but you have 100,000 in liens, well, you could say, well, look, all I can get from this case is 200. I can't get more, either because there's no more insurance or because the case has problems or because, of other issues. And that's all there is, right? So it's like take a piece of the pie kind of thing. So you can't take half the pie because the client has to get most of it. It's his or her case. I can't give you everything, right? So I know you're claiming 100,000, but you just have to take like 20 or 30 because that's your piece of the pie. That's reasonable because the whole pie is small, right? But if, like in the same case, the case settles for like 2 million, well, I can't make that argument anymore. They might say, well, I want the full 100,000, or maybe I'll only go down to 90. So it depends on things like that.